name is Admir Čavalić. I'm the local coordinator for European Social Liberty, and we are here with Andy Eyschen from Language of Liberty Institute here at Liberty Seminar in Sarajevo. We have a few questions for Andy, so in a couple of minutes you'll see the answers. First of all, hello Andy, and thank you for this interview. Are you first time in Bosnia? What do you think about Bosnia?
Yes, it's my first time in Bosnia. I heard a lot about Bosnia before I came here. Most of it I heard from those Bosnian students who've been studying in Malaysia, and I met quite a few of them while I was in Malaysia. So I had some idea about Bosnia and about a lot of your history, but other than that I did not know very much about it, and I was very happy to be here, although probably not the right time of the year. I'd like to come back when it's a little bit warmer.
Yeah, we hope so. In your lecture you spoke about the state, you spoke about liberty. What do you think about the situation about pro-liberty movements right now in the world? Are they in the rise or decline?
No, I believe they are on the rise. We started our institute about almost 10 years ago now, and since then many more movements have started. Probably the most important one being the Students for Liberty movement, because our audience has always been the students, the young people, because we look to the future, and we would like to help the young people and encourage them to embrace liberty, to embrace the opportunities that a free life can bring. And I think Students for Liberty has been very good for our institute as well, because we now, in many countries, we work together with Students for Liberty. We get our audience comes from students' population, and so it's been a win-win situation as far as that is concerned.
Yes, thank you. And in one of your lectures, you explained these two perceptions on the state. Can you just explain a little bit further for the audience?
Yes, I believe how we view the state depends very much on one or two of these perceptions. So the first perception is that government is a necessary evil. It is evil because government has the power to take our life, our liberty and our property. But it's necessary because we have given government the monopoly of that power in order to protect us from the other people who may want to take our life, our liberty and our property. So that is one view, but if you believe that view, that government is a necessary evil, you will try and reduce the opportunity of the government to abuse that power as much as possible.
Yeah.
And there are various techniques like the constitution, like negative laws, like competition among governments, separation of duties, checks and balances, in order to limit the power that the government can use and abuse. Now the other view of the government is that government is something wonderful. It's the engine for good, an expression that I believe was first used by Otto von Bismarck, the first German chancellor. When you take that view, then government is here to improve our lives, to make life easier for us. And if that is your perception, you would want to give government as much power as possible so that it can do as much good as possible. Now, I think the jury may still be out. For me, the jury has already spoken. I believe that government being the engine for good is not the right way to go about it. I still look at government as a necessary evil.
I think we all agree here too. At the end, we all know that you're a world traveler, that you're a long-term tourist, you visit many countries. Can you give us some kind of examples of your life? You visited Ethiopia, China and so on. Do you have some good stories, short stories, experiences and so on?
Yes, Bosnia is my 84th country.
Congratulations.
And just last week, Glenn and I were in Ethiopia, also with Students for Liberty. In fact, our host was the local coordinator of Students for Liberty in Ethiopia. So now Students for Liberty is everywhere. It's everywhere. It's becoming a really global movement, which is very good to see. And we visited Addis Ababa, the capital, where we had about 30 students, university students, And then we went out into the country area, 400 kilometers away from the capital, and we had more than 100 students from local universities. And it's always interesting to see how other people live. And one of the big advantages that we have is that we don't go there as tourists and just look at the sites and then leave again, but we get to meet the local people, we get to discuss with them, we hear their stories, they hear our stories, and it's a wonderful experience. And every country has its own unique situations. And
like Bosnia.
Yes, and this is where the liberty movement, I think, is very good, because in liberty we don't have a one-size-fits-all. It's not a product off the shelf, it's something that you can adjust and customize, to use a modern term, into all these different situations. So obviously the needs will be different in Ethiopia to what they would be in Bosnia. But the solution, the overall solution, the framework of liberty, can be applied everywhere.
Yeah, but every country has a situation.
I think liberty is a universal value.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Thank you very much for this interview.
Sure, my pleasure.